club football is all wrapped up as attention turns to the Euros.
Good evening, Tate.
Evening, Jack. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very well. You've just come back from a stag do, another trip to sunny Portugal.
Another one to Albufeira this time.
Your second residence, isn't it?
Yeah, I quite like it. They gave me a little nod as I went through the passport control. But it was a very, very good time, and it was very hot. It was, Albufeira there's a lot to be desired for Albufeira, but yeah, for the reasons we were there, it was great. But yeah, you were in Liverpool, weren't you, for the weekend?
Yes, watched the Champions League up there, up with Grace's family. So
nice.
It was a lovely weekend.
Nice.
And then Champions League final on Saturday.
Yep.
It was very good. Congratulations, Real Madrid. Hala Madrid.
Hala Madrid, indeed.
I was with Alberto yesterday as he was down in London for the final. He's a very happy man.
He went, didn't he, with his dad?
Yeah.
So
seeing Real Madrid win it for the 15th time, 7th in his lifetime, I think.
Is it bad? Is it?
I think it's quite decent.
God, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, so
I just want to see Spurs win at Emirates. He's seen Real Madrid win the Champions League 7 times. Yeah, I was on the stag do, but there was a German guy with us called Tim, and we'll sort of mention them all later on. But he's actually from Dortmund and Dortmund season ticket holder. So yeah, I was probably beforehand Madrid, and then as I obviously got to know Tim, and as the day went on, I was sort of rooting for Dortmund. But yeah, it was. I thought it was quite a good final. In all, it was quite a good.
Yeah, it was. I really quite liked it because you could see over the 90 minutes Real Madrid just had that.
He just knew
know-how.
Yeah,
Dortmund didn't take the chances. Madrid hung in there, and you knew at half time Ancelotti would be not buzzing with it, but he was happy. He was happy that we knew they played crap. Second half they'd go out, and then they started turning the gears. Kroos had a good couple of free kicks, and then set piece goal, and then Vinicius kills it off.
I don't think Madrid were terrible in the first half. I don't think they were amazing in the second half, but it just shows. Yeah, well, like you said, the know-how that now to win in that final, that big moment, and the Modric just become the most decorated Real Madrid player ever, 26 trophies. So that's Luka Modric didn't even start, and their team is just filled with absolute freaks.
It would have been interesting to see if any of them Dortmund chances had gone in, whether they would have counted or not, because they looked very close on the offside.
We were out, obviously, and you were probably out. You didn't. The commentary or the footage and stuff is a bit different in that you're not totally concentrated. So I'm not really wasn't quite sure what was being said. But yeah, like you said, if it actually went in, we don't know. But they were quite threatening in the first half, weren't they, Dortmund? And
winning the Champions League, I'll touch on it later, but winning the Champions League on Saturday, and then Monday at 7:15 tonight. They've just announced Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, it's not a bad couple of days.
Not a bad couple, yeah. But so this show titled Euro 2024 Preview. We've selected 7 categories to run through this evening. Winner, English finish, England's finish. Yep. Top goal scorer, dark horse, flop, player of the season, and the 7 players that we think. Have you gone for we think or
I've
you
gone
would like?
Personal. I would say
personal.
Yeah, sort of what I think, what I predict he'll remove, and you could say we probably have very similar, maybe 1 or 2 different, but go through that as one of the categories.
Before we go through the categories, I will start off with the teaser, Jack. And can you name every European Championship winner since 2000?
Okay.
So 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, and then 2020/21.
Okay. Give it a go.
So, the Euro starts next Friday, the 14th, with Germany versus Scotland.
Yes.
It's going to be. I'm looking forward to the tournament now.
Yeah, it'd be good.
International football, like we say a lot of times, we're not really that interested, and then the final comes around, and the finals come around, shall I say, and it all gets very exciting. Yeah, it's like I said, I met that Tim, and it's in Germany. They're the hosts again, 3-time winners of the competition itself, and you're good. Obviously, maybe we talk about it. You're going to is it Gelsenkirchen? Yeah, the Schalke Stadium. Yes, on the Sunday. Yeah, if England win their group, then I'll be seeing them play the best third place team of group. Someone. Yeah. But I was just going to say, because Germany hosts, we like I said, met the fella at the weekend. It's going to be very efficient, and I'm sure it's going to be perfect. And this is the time you'll leave, and this is when you get to the stadium, and everything will run smoothly. So,
the final July the 14th, Berlin's Olympia Stadium, not in Bayern Munich's. I think Berlin Stadium holds 71,000.
Yeah, it's where they hold the cup finals in Germany, and
Yes.
where they held the World Cup final, the old infamous Zizou headbutt.
Yes. I think Berlin's, Dortmund's, and Munich Stadium have hosted the most games of 6, and then one of them's only got like 3. But yeah, they're all pretty good stadiums as well. Cologne's 43,000, Dortmund 62, Düsseldorf is 47, Frankfurt 47, Gelsenkirchen. Are you actually going to the game, or are you going to the?
No, going to the game.
Yeah, going to the game. That's 50. Hamburg 49, Leipzig 40, 66 at Munich, and 51 in Stuttgart. So, yeah, it's pretty. They're just made for football, and they have the Bundesliga and Germany, West Germany, a ridiculous sort of history and things they've won and done. So,
yeah, my brother won.
It's not a bad place to go, is it?
Brother won tickets in the ballot. So it's me, his 2 friends, Max and Tom, and then myself going. All got the fake England shirts.
Yeah,
they look
nice.
nuts.
Yeah,
they
look
nuts.
good.
Although I saw some link going around, some lad Bible thing, basically saying they do random spot checks in the ground. And
I saw what a load of rubbish.
What,
yeah.
you're going to start peeling a lot of people's
yeah.
labels off the back of their neck?
Yeah.
Like,
That just can't be true.
It's the most clickbait thing in the world.
Yeah, I did see that. I thought nothing of it, but no, it'd be good. And on that, because I've obviously, like I said, you do the teasers, and I thought I'd give you a little teaser maybe, and obviously you can join in if you're listening. But so there's a bit of explanation, and we'll get to the question. Hopefully, I won't say the answer like I've done before. But so the host cities across Germany all have an ambassador for the Euros. For example, Berlin have Kevin Prince Boateng. Tate, you're travelling to Gelsenkirchen for the round of 16 game, which could be England. That stadium's hosting four games, one of which is England's first game against Serbia. But who is Gelsenkirchen's ambassador for the tournament? And can you name the team he made over 300 appearances for across 2 spells, which started in '99 and ended in 2015?
Oh, I was going to try and be. I thought before you said that second stage, I had like Kevin Keegan in my head for some reason because he played. Oh, that's Hamburg, not even Schalke. Sorry, repeat that last bit with
the question or the appearances. And
yeah, so he played for.
So their ambassador. So yeah, can you name me Gelsenkirchen's ambassador for the tournament, and can you name the team that he made over 300 appearances for across 2 spells? He started playing for this side in '99, and then during that time he had 2 spells, and it ended in 2015.
What his career did?
Yeah, his career and his second spell at this club.
99. God, my brain.
Yeah, no, this. I couldn't tell you this bloke. But can you name the team that he played for first? Can you?
German team, is it?
German team. And I'll give you a hint. This Gelsenkirchen he's the ambassador for that town or city.
Schalke.
So yeah, the team is Schalke, and obviously that's their stadium. And then can you name the player?
Is it Klaus Huntelaar?
That's not a terrible guess, but no, it's not. He is a forward.
Because Huntelaar went back there, maybe. And I know he played there for a bit. Forward for Schalke. Oh, is it black hair? Is it like Kevin Karanyi?
Oh, it's not. But you're guessing players I would never even thought of. But no, it's not. I can tell you he represented Germany national side, but wasn't born in Germany.
Miroslav Klose?
No.
I was going to say Podolski, but
I'll be amazed if you get him. To be honest, I will be very amazed. And when I say him, you probably don't know him. But again, if you're listening, you know, and you're screaming at the car or your headphones.
And he played for Schalke.
He obviously played for a couple other teams, but Schalke's the main.
Podolski didn't play for him.
Schalke's the main side.
Not Olic.
No.
Is
He was born in Ghana, but he represented Germany national side.
Striker Ghana.
So that could help in what you're thinking.
And he represented Germany, you say?
He represented Germany, yeah.
Fucking hell. It's tough, these teasers
Yeah,
back on you.
exactly.
My brain is gone. German striker. End of 2015.
It's obviously very tough, but I was more surprised that he played for that long, and like semi-recently.
Is there any other clue? I'm struggling here. The Ghanaian ones throw me off.
I can't really. I didn't know who he was, so I can't give you a clue because it's his name, and it'd just be guessing his name. Shall I put you out of misery?
Yeah, go for it.
Gerald Asamoah.
Who the hell is that?
Well, he's like I said, he made over 300 appearances for
Gerald Asamoah.
Gerald Asamoah, yeah.
How many times has he played for England? Germany.
Let's have a look.
Gerald Asamoah. Now we could have been here all night. And I would not have got that.
Let's have a look. Oh. Transfer market.
Gerald Asamoah.
Yeah, you probably don't recognise him. I didn't. He played 43 times for the German national team.
Between when?
2001 was his debut. And then his last game was, could be 2015, 2014.
No, I will be Googling him after we finish recording.
Yes, Gerald Asamoah. Strike. He's only 45 now, I think.
And was Schalke the biggest club he played for then?
Yes, and he went on to manage them as well.
Did he?
Mm.
No, I had absolutely no idea who that is. And if he walked past me
in
the streets, I wouldn't be
Get him on the pod. Get him on the pod. So there we go.
But yeah, maybe I'll see him. Maybe I'll see him out there.
Yeah.
Right, should we crack on with our...
Yeah, let's get into our categories.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to kick us off?
What do you want to start with? Just go for the winner or...
Number one winner.
Okay. I've got my reasoning, but I'm going to say the Netherlands.
The Netherlands? Do you want to...
Yeah, I just... I looked at their team and some of the sort of reports on them and whatever else, and they're sort of they go under the radar, I think, and sort of recently as well, because don't think they've qualified for the last two European Championships, and I actually thought they were pretty good in the World Cup. They got knocked out by Argentina, didn't they, on penalties. In that game, it was quite a feisty, aggressive, and fast-paced game, and I actually were pretty good, and I thought the way they play football was quite impressive, and I think as well, tournaments, especially international tournaments, you can win, and a lot of them are won by your defence and how you set up in that way. And if you look at their defence, Van Dijk, Ake, De Ligt, Van de Ven, you've got, is it Dumfries that plays right wing back? That Frimpong this year has had an incredible season with Leverkusen, and they've got some brilliant players throughout the team. Maybe some youngsters you've never heard of this could be their summer. Frankie de Jong in the middle. I think they're not terribly gifted in their forward line. Gakpo's pretty solid. Depay's pretty good. I think they're better for Holland. I just think they could be quite maybe the underdog. I'm not sure, but they won in '88 in the Euros in Germany as well. Could be redemption for the Dutch. Like I said, they haven't qualified for the last two European Championships, and they've got a tough draw. They've got France in their group, but if they can get a draw or maybe even nick it against them, I think they'll be very, very confident. And like all teams, we'll talk about England, I'm sure, and whoever you've picked as your winners, and it's all dependent on the draw, the if, buts and maybes, but even me saying it, they could probably play, obviously, France in the group, and then maybe the quarterfinals is very tough, and then it goes on, but yeah, I just think they could go under the radar.
Who's their manager these days?
It's Koeman still, yeah. And he was at the World Cup, and like I said, he was good, and they were good. They just got knocked out in a penny shot, which is 50-50, so...
Yeah, like I said, I forgot how many. When you actually look at their team on paper, they actually have a lot of good players in there.
Yeah, and I'm not saying. Yeah, I'll go. I'm not sure how they. I think they play three at the back because quite a few of those are centre halves anyway. But yeah, I just think they're quite exciting.
And I think it sometimes helps if you're a team like the Netherlands or even France in that group, where Group D is quite Poland, Netherlands, Austria, and there's no walkovers in that group. That sort of gets you going for the tournament.
Yeah, and like I said, they've got France, and it's probably a quote-unquote good time to play. I mean, France in the group, maybe their second game, whatever it is, and yeah, they could get a draw. They could beat a Poland and finish top, and it could be quite good for the Netherlands, I think.
You know, I was not expecting you to say.
No,
the Netherlands.
I don't know about you, but I looked
for. Have you got the odds on there?
I have not. I can. While you're talking about yours, I can look, but I did the Telegraph predictor, and I was sort of going through. I was like, oh, you know what? I fancy him.
Yeah.
Fancy the orange.
I have gone very. There's a theme of all my predictions, and my winner is England. England are bringing it home. They're winning their first tournament since 1966. I think they've got the best squad. They've got some of the best. They've got some of the best players in the world in their positions. They've got the best player in the Premier League. They've had the best player in Bundesliga this year. They've got the best player in the Liga this year. They've got the best right back in the world potentially. John Stones, although I know he hasn't been fit this season, but hopefully that might help him in the Euros. That he's got minutes in his legs. Harry Kane, I was thinking, he hasn't had to carry the whole weight of Spurs on his shoulders and been like, just run into the ground. He's had his winter break. He hasn't played since the beginning of May, I don't think. After the Real Madrid game, he came off and didn't play the remaining of the games for Bayern Munich. But also coming into it on the best goal-scoring season of his life, I think, maybe. Obviously, Jude Bellingham has been an absolute superstar. Phil Foden, another individually brilliant season. Saka, another brilliant season. Then you've got the likes of Cole Palmer, who was second top goal scorer. Ollie Watkins, just to add that strength and depth.
Watkins got the most assists as well in the Premier League this season.
Declan Rice, another good season. I think it's all coming together. Although I know there's still question marks about the defence, and maybe if Luke Shaw isn't fit, and then Trippier's there, and then just left back. But I just think they've got so many options now. You look at that 33-man squad. I know it gets narrowed down to 26. There are a lot of good players there. They've had. They came second last time in the Euros, just on penalties. I think this squad is ready to go that one extra from the disappointment in the World Cup.
Yes, I've said Netherlands, but deep down, I'd love England to win, and we'll get onto England chat and we can talk about it now. But like you said, our team has got some brilliant players. For me personally, I think we'll get to the semis and we'll get beat by Netherlands. No, but I think we'll get knocked out in the semis. But I just think Southgate is that limiting fact. He's the one as a manager. He just isn't good enough. Essentially, I don't think. I love it. I love what he's done and doing, and what England have done the last few years has been brilliant. It's been very exciting to watch in the tournaments. But I mean, like you said, on paper, England are the favourites. I just looked 3-1. Netherlands are 16-1. So there's a big old gap in some of the odds, but obviously France are one of the favourites. I think Germany will go very, very far in the tournament as well. I don't think Germany's team's even necessarily that great.
Well, that's the thing with the old home, what you call it, home nation's advantage. The host nation normally does quite well, unless you're Qatar. They normally do quite well in international tournaments, and Germany haven't done particularly well in tournaments for a few years now. No. I think
so.
Since they won the World Cup, I can't remember what they did in the next Euros, but then they got knocked out against Southgate. They got knocked out in the group stage, didn't they, of the World Cup? Yeah. In Russia.
What was the one recently? Was Japan, wasn't it? Beat them. Was that Qatar?
No, that was Qatar.
Yeah. They've not been great, but I think that being at home and just with even that little Toni Kroos factor, and I think they'll be very, very good, and I think they'll just sort of go through the energy of the support and being at home essentially. So
odds on Toni Kroos to end his career with a headbutt in the final.
I highly doubt it. I know he's got it in him, but But
So while we're on point number 2, your England finish was
semi-finals. I think we'll get to the semis.
And then third place playoff. Yeah,
possibly get into that, and lose. No, I think I do. I'm with you. I think we'll be right there, and it's just a semi-final, almost a 50-50, and will it go our way? But we've got some incredible players, and like you said, those three, the best players from arguably the top 3 leagues in the world at the minute. Yes, they could all be in the Premier League. You couldn't say it, but that we have players abroad now that are doing well and are the best of the best, and I think we should be more than confident in going all the way. I think so.
Just one note on that. Actually, when I was with Alberto yesterday, he was telling me as a Real Madrid fan, he has very, very high standards of all players. And there was a stage, probably I can't remember what it was, 7 years ago, that we did have a conversation. He was telling me that Ronaldo wasn't quite at it this season. He's got like 45 goals. He did say though yesterday. He goes, Bellingham, since the game that we went to, the Girona game, he picked up that injury. Just hasn't looked physically right. Although he's kept continued to consistently score goals. He's noticed, and he watches him week in, week out, so he knows better than anyone else. Some armchair Real Madrid fan.
Yeah.
Has seen like he physically doesn't look the same player he was. So he said that's like a note to watch out in the Euros, whether he doesn't go to that next.
Yeah.
Like, we always get to the Euros, they've had all these great seasons, but they're fucked, basically.
Yeah. And I actually wanted to say that because, like you were saying about your points for why we do well, and I agree with you. We have some great players and they've had very good seasons. But in literally what you just said, I think Saka and Rice have both played over 50 games. Foden's had an incredible season throughout the year, played over 60 games. I think Kane's obviously played 50, 60 games, and we've got issues defensively, as in fitness. Walker's fit and ready to go, but Stones was then dropped out of Pep's starting 11 for the last few weeks of the season. Maguire injury, we're not sure. Luke Shaw I'm pretty certain he won't be there, but even if he is, I mean, he's played.
In February.
He's played 18th of February and only played 15 games all season. For any level, anyone, if you've only done that and then suddenly, can you turn out this week and then win us a European Championship? It's going to be quite difficult. But yeah, no Chilwell, no Reece James. And even Anthony Gordon, who's been fit all season, was not training at the weekend with England and probably won't play tonight. So
yeah, Saka's not even in the squad tonight.
Yeah, and
didn't play in the last game of the season. So that was
and I'm not like that will affect the players. That just is, and they play and will probably moan at them and stuff. But yeah, that Saka or Gordon or Harry Maguire, if he comes back, they haven't played football for God knows, or they're carrying knocks and injuries. So I think it could be. It's just happened all at the wrong time for us, essentially. I think, and like I said, we've got a sort of a makeshift defence, I don't know. I don't think we'll, against the very, very best, I think we'll probably come unstuck again.
Moving on to point number 3, top goal scorer.
Do you want to start?
Mine links with England, and I'm looking at a picture of him right now.
Eric Dyer.
Harold Kane.
Yes. Yeah, I've gone the same. Harry Kane.
I think this is his time to be. He has been England's man for a while, but this is his tournament. Playing in the country he's playing at the moment. I think that'll give him that extra bit of motivation as well. I mean, he scores goals wherever he goes.
Yeah.
All them attacking players, hopefully get some penalties. Hopefully he puts it away this time.
Yeah.
No, I think he's England's best striker we've had in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And I can only see him continuing to score goals. And if England do go to the final, one big massive reason for that is because he's going to have scored X amount of goals and been a very good player in the thing.
And like I said about defensive problems and worries and stuff, but like you mentioned, our team going forward is ridiculous. So hopefully for us that's what Southgate leans on, and we're attacking and we're free flowing, and it's all towards Harry Kane, and he's the perfect striker to have. And I'm with you. I think even if we get knocked out in maybe the quarters or the semis, I think Harry Kane top goal scorer. Yeah,
because other ones you've got obviously Kili, Cristiano Ronaldo potentially, Morata. I don't know, from Spain.
Yeah, maybe a German player, but maybe one of the Dutch. Nah, but did he start? Did he start right up front, or does he play a weird? Yeah,
he's their number 9, and they normally have like Gnabry or like Musiala off of him, or Florian Wirtz.
Yeah.
Robert Lewandowski. If they're going to go far on it, but no. You wouldn't imagine so.
Yeah,
Belgium, Big Rom, he had a stinker in the World Cup.
No, they'll be gone again.
And then just never. Maybe Memphis Depay.
Depay plays Gakpo, possibly, but I feel like one of those sides, like even the Germany and Netherlands, probably quite similar in that I think their goals will be quite spread and they might win 1 and 2-1s, 1-0s and things like that. So
Chadams.
Yeah, Scotland to finish 4th, 0 goals scored, 12 conceded, 0 points.
But I think Harry Kane has got to be favourite, if not second favourite, behind Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
Dark horse.
I know it's a bit of a cop out, but I've gone for the Netherlands as well as dark horse. They haven't qualified, like I said, for the last 2 Euros, and I think they could win it. So. I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, 16-1 to win the whole thing. I think that's fairly dark. Go on. You say yours. Who's yours?
So there's high risk, high reward in this, but also there's some logic to it as well. I've gone for my dark horse, Albania.
Oh god!
Not to win it, just to be like
just to get out of the group, or something.
like to be like quarterfinals, like have like a real good showing.
Okay,
basically that's how I put dark horses like.
Yeah. Like a Morocco in the World Cup situation.
Yeah,
or,
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
No,
I'm with you. I know
they're going to win it for a minute.
Yeah, no, 100% get the dark horse. But I also was going to say that I didn't think about Albania, but I was also thinking about, like, you know, when people, Denmark or Turkey, like, I've gone away from, like, even Croatia, like, I just know that gets put in the bin. Those sides, Turkey were a disgrace in I think it was the World Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Denmark were even worse in the Euros before and the World Cup, so, yeah, I don't think they were even in it, but. Yeah, I'm with you. Albania, I don't mind it.
So Albania
might have two supporters from England for Albania.
Albania finished top of their qualifying group, and in a tough group. It was Albania. I've got it written down here. Czech Republic, Poland, Moldova, and Faroe Islands. But they finished top of that. 8 games played, won 4, drew 3, and lost 1. So top in the group. Above Czech Republic and Poland I thought was a pretty
quite
impressive achievement.
Yeah.
However, they are in the Group B, Group of Death, some may call Spain, Croatia, Italy, and Albania.
Yeah.
Although the best placed third place finishes also qualify, so that gives them a chance to get out the group. Although if they do finish third, it looks like they probably might play England, but. You never know. I sort of fancy them to potentially finish second.
That would be I like it. If they because
it also links to my flop. Whereas
if Albania get out of their group, and especially in second, but I think if they get out of the group,
they could lose.
Your dark horse is a big green tick. Yeah, definitely.
They could lose all 3 games, and I'll have to sit here with egg on my face. But no, I've backed Albania to be the dark horse.
Love it. Tirana will be bouncing at the sound of Tate screaming for Albania.
And that links to the 5th category, the flop I've gone for, and I've gone for Italy.
Nice.
Italy, the holders, and I fancy them to be eliminated at group stage.
Nice.
That's Group B, obviously Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. So
nice.
I could get this completely wrong, but I've gone high risk, high reward.
Nice. My flop, I've actually gone for the French.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think the last Euros they got knocked out round of 16, didn't they, by the Swiss?
Yeah. What a game that was! Remember it?
Yeah. But obviously, France got to the World Cup final. They've been very successful in recent tournaments. But I just think they could be. I think they get through the group, but I think they could be knocked out in the round of 16. And maybe the quarters is a bit harsh to say a flop, but I think they're expecting to probably win it themselves. And they could face it, like we always say, if buts and maybes. But if the route goes the way it should, they could play Portugal in the quarters, and they're sort of an old foe, and they could play us in the semis, and hopefully we smash them. But I'd go France. If they don't get to the semis, I'd say that's a bit of a flop for the French.
No, I would agree with that last comment there. Like you said, they are the favourites on paper, I think, and anything but semi-final elimination for them would be seen as a flop. Player of the tournament.
Do you want to go?
Captain, leader, legend, Harry Kane.
Nice.
I just feel like if England are going to win it, like I've predicted, and he's going to be top goal scorer, I think that all the ducks fall in a row. Is that the same?
It works right now, yeah.
It all just falls and it all lines up for him, Sir Harry, to finally lift a trophy, and I think if he's going to do all these things that I've predicted, then I think that's a shoo-in for him to be player of the tournament.
No, I like it. You actually briefly mentioned him earlier, but my player of the tournament, I've chosen Jamal Musiala. Like I said earlier, I think Germany will go very far. I think if they don't get to the final, they probably will get to the semis. Excuse me. But I think if Musiala plays, he's very good for Bayern Munich. And I assume that he starts for Germany and sort of plays a number 10 off the left, and he's a very, very influential player for them. So, I'm going to go Musiala, player of the tournament.
No, very good, very good. Right, the final category. This is where it could be interesting, and please, we're going to get posts out for all these categories. So obviously, you can comment below what you would say and who you agree with. And category 7, the 7 players that Gareth Southgate will cut from the 33-man squad on Saturday, the 8th of June.
Do you want to go one for one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go?
Discuss.
Have you?
I've listed them as positions. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start.
But we might vary in numbers from that position, if that makes sense. But yeah, go on.
So let's start goalkeeper. I think it's all quite an easy one. James Trafford.
Yeah, Trafford, number 1 player.
Although, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe surprised would be too far. I think it's Ramsdale is. I think he can count himself lucky to be in that squad.
Yeah, and I wouldn't
considering that Henderson's gone, Phillips is gone. He hasn't played all season.
No.
And you have had people like, I know there's not much option. Like you could have a Jack Butland that was rumoured around potentially getting in the squad. I just think, he hasn't played all season. He can count himself lucky to be in there.
And I wouldn't necessarily be against Southgate, maybe whoever, dropping out of Ramsdale to take Trafford, because Trafford has been through the under-21 system and has played, all right, he's been a part of a poor side, but he's played all season, so, and he's young, and at the moment, looks like the little group that are coming through, but yeah, Trafford, I think, is quite a simple one.
Yeah. Right, number 2. I've got 2/3 defenders.
So mine is 3 defenders, 3 midfielders. But we can discuss.
Yeah. Right, my first defender is Lewis Dunk.
Tick. Yep. Same.
I think. Well, he starts tonight.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just don't think he's good enough, and I don't think he's had a good enough season. And the last game we played, he was terrible.
Yeah.
I can't remember who we were playing against.
He got, what was it, in Europe as well, at Roma he got?
Yeah, Lukaku just
ate him up. But I think there's lots of options, there's lots of players, lots of centre-backs for a start. I mean, all 3 of my players are centre-backs, because even though I've got picked 3, there's plenty more options after that. And the formation and what we play, I think we play for majority of the time, so there's going to be 2. I think Lewis Dunk. My second one is Konsa. Konsa.
That is my second one as well. Gerald Konsa. I think one to watch out, though, for future squads.
Oh, sorry. I've gone Ezri Konsa as well. I said Ezri Konsa.
You went Joel Konsa as well?
Yeah, I've gone both Konsa and Konsa, but 2 different spellings.
I haven't gone Ezri Konsa.
Okay. No, yeah. Again, Konsa from Liverpool. Yeah. Played a fair, probably more than he ever expected this season, and pretty maybe exciting for the future. Who knows? But I think it's similar to Dunk. Really, just there's plenty of options, and I don't think he's going to be on the starting 11 or near the bench in Southgate's view.
And you're on. I go on. Sorry, excuse me. Pretend I never even said anything just then. Do you want to continue about Ezri Konsa as well?
Yeah, just similar to what I've said, but just again the options there's plenty of options. Konsa, I don't think has set the world alight for Villa, although they've had a good season. Yeah, I think it's pretty.
I think it's just for me, I've kept him in just his versatility. He plays right back and centre half. Though he's never going to be playing centre half for England in the Euros. No. He might. I don't know if worse comes to worse, he may play right back for 20 minutes or something. I don't know. Moving on to midfield. So I've actually only named 3 so far. I'm struggling with one, and I've got 3 players, and I've got Shaw with an asterisk. I don't know if he's going to be fit or not.
But yeah, I mean, my picks, I disregarded the injuries. I assumed, because Southgate is obviously gearing towards Luke Shaw or Harry Maguire. So yeah, these are all obviously injury dependent.
I've got a theme. I can't see him. Maybe they might get an appearance tonight or on Friday, I think the game is. I don't see him picking a player that hasn't been capped. So you've got obviously Curtis Jones, Braithwaite, and Wharton.
I've gone.
I really want Jones to be selected, so my shout was right. I've selected Gareth Braithwaite. I don't think he will pick him.
No, I don't. Like I said, probably Dunk may even go, or a Konsa from Villa may even go, because, like you said, they've played. But I would prefer to see a Braithwaite, because he's left-sided. He's a left-footed option, and I'm sure he could play left-back, and it seems like we're pretty short in those areas, so that's why I kept him in. But I've gone Jones, and I've gone Wharton as well from Palace. And Wharton sort of come onto the scene second half of the season, got his move to Palace and done brilliant. I'm sure he's fantastic for Palace. Again, one of those, maybe in a couple of years we'll see more of him. But
yeah, I went Wharton as well. I've kept Jones in there just for bias here. I don't think he'll go. I'm very surprised he actually got in the squad considering.
Yeah, I was
quite
shocked. Yeah.
But I thought it'd just be a shoe-in for Henderson.
Yeah.
He's taken Henderson's place basically, or Calvin Phillips. I think Kobe Maino's actually taken Calvin Phillips' space,
and that's almost why I've put Jones and Wharton both centre fielders. But we've got Gallagher, Manu will probably start, Declan Rice.
And he plays Trent there, isn't he?
Yeah, and Trent is listed as a midfielder. I know Bellingham isn't that role, but he could be dropped deeper there. So, yeah, I don't. And again, you're in tournament football. You're not all gonna like everyone. You say, "Oh, take Ward-Prowse. He's good at set pieces." Like, you're not just gonna sub him on and quickly take a set piece. Not how football works. Not how tournament works. So, you have a very tight squad, and those players will always play. And that's similar. Again, I'll jump onto my final player, but Jared Bowen as well. Is that I know West Ham fans say, "Oh, he should be playing. Should be." That. I'm sure he's fantastic. Again, similar to Wharton. I'm sure they're good for your clubs, but the options and the possible picks that Southgate can make, Bowen's 5th, 6th choice on it in a team where you can only pick 2 or 3 at a time. So, yeah, I just don't think Jared Bowen will go.
Yeah, my final 2 is Jared Bowen. I agree with you.
Yeah,
I think from that right hand side, although you could play him as a 9, but he's not going to.
But then you've
on
got
the right hand side, you've got Saka there, and if not Saka, it's Palmer, and if he doesn't start, you've got Foden that can do a job over there. That's quite a in-depth bit of the squad. You know what I mean?
And through the middle, you've got Watkins, Tony, and Kane. I don't think all 3 should go, but I think they should in terms of when I looked at it, I was like, well, yeah, we don't need to take all these centre backs. We don't need to take centre fielders. So, yeah, and again, from the left, this similar situation. You've got Foden, Saka, whoever it will be. So, Palmer.
And then my final player to miss the cut. I think Jack Grealish could count himself very lucky. But I wouldn't select James Maddison.
And that's another one I sort of left out. But again, I've kept them because
I don't actually think Southgate, because he's only played once or twice for England, hasn't he?
But then again, it's like we just said. But Maddison in that position, you're up against Bellingham, player of the season, Foden. So yeah, you're already up against it. And yeah, like you said, you've even got Jack Grealish, and he can play off the left. But also, I think you should take Jack Grealish because he's a better player than Bowen. He is a better player than Curtis Jones. He is a better player than Wharton. So yeah.
I just think he's never really grown to like Maddison. Even like when he was in his pomp at Leicester panel, he didn't really get that many minutes. I know he obviously went to the World Cup and was injured and didn't play, but it was like I don't want to say a charity gift to him, but it was like he didn't really want to. And his form made him undroppable, didn't it? At that time in December, he was coming up. He was literally scoring it week in, week out for Leicester, and his form made him like he had to pick him.
Yeah, but I don't want to keep going on bad. But again, he was fantastic for Leicester, but he's up against some incredible players. They're always going to play. So,
and I think he's had a poor since he's come back from his injury. Maybe he's still not.
Shocking,
he's not fit. He wasn't the James Maddison that was August to November. He wasn't. He hasn't been that player.
Yeah. No, I agree. And again, you've got Cole Palmer who's playing for Chelsea, who's been incredible this season. So he should be ahead of all the names we've said. And he's not going to start himself. So yeah, I just think we're spoilt in the forward areas, and that's why I think we should lean towards the forward areas in that we shouldn't take all these centre backs. We shouldn't take the extra centre midfielders just in case. So
yeah, no, definitely. So just run through your 7 again, just for one final.
James Trafford, Lewis Dunk, Ezri Konsa. Is it Jared or Jarrell? Jarrell Konsa, Curtis Jones, Jared Bowen, Adam Wharton.
And I've gone James Trafford, Lewis Dunk, Jarrell Konsa, Adam Wharton, James Maddison, Jared Bowen, and Jared Braithwaite. And I think he's the one that would make weight if Shaw isn't fit.
Yes, and on that you've kept Eze in the squad like I have, but I don't think Eze will play a minute. And that's just, and obviously the goalies won't. But that's what I'm trying to say. In that it was like, oh, you should take. Well, yeah, but they're not going to play. You don't. It's not possible. It's just not possible in tournament football. But yeah, that's for Southgate to decide. Yeah,
I think Eze's end to the season makes him a more deserved candidate. Maybe there's probably a bit of bias because Maddison. I don't think like Maddison.
But Eze's been good, but he just won't play.
I feel like you look at their two crescendos of form, like they're going two different directions. Yeah. And I think Eze just, I don't know, he would be. I'd quite like to see him in an English shirt.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He could be in this. It's like he should be.
You're right that he won't.
He just won't play in second. No. Yeah, he just won't play. But there we go.
Right. Winner and loser of the week to wrap up.
Yes, do you want to start us off?
My winner of the week obviously there hasn't been that much football over the week, only the game on Saturday, and my winner is probably quite obvious. Real Madrid, 15 times holders of the Champions League, European Cup. Ancelotti, Luka Modric. I could name Danny Carvajal 6 times they've won it.
Nacho as well.
Nacho, first time he's lifted it as a captain. Danny Ceballos has won it 3 times now.
I saw him when they celebrated. He sprinted off in front of the camera.
He had a picture on Instagram and he put 3 up with it. Mate. They're just an all-round, just brilliant club, the best club in the world, the biggest club in the world. That is that different level that players will leave the Premier League to go to Real Madrid because they are monstrous. They've just signed. Is he the best player in the world right now? Well, maybe Vinicius, maybe Jude Bellingham, but now they've just got Kylian Mbappe now. So it doesn't matter, just all round Real Madrid winners of the week.
Nice. I've gone stag do for me from the previous week. So Josh McBride, that is going to be marrying the beautiful Mary Beth. If you're listening, she doesn't like to be called Mary Beth, but the lads, Josh from Belfast, obviously, all his sort of family and friends came. I knew a few of them from my travels in the past, but I could go for all of them. But it was brilliant stag do in Albufeira, and lots of good memories and lots of laughing. So very very good week. So winner of the week could be Josh, or is Evan, the best man that organised it all. Sorry, so the stag do basically.
Oh, perfect. Loser of the week. Obviously, we're talking off here about this. There were a couple of options this week. Obviously, some of you may have seen Jules Condé. His choice of outfit as he enters the French national team for their photo shoots. They seem to do every international break. But I've gone for a video that I saw this morning on the train to work, and it was taken from a fan in the stadium at the Beta. Is it Beta Squad? Like the YouTubers?
Beta Squad, yeah.
Yeah, they were playing at character.
Go on, yeah.
And some people will know, who are close to me will know my opinion on certain things. And there was this fat kid in a Brazil R9 shirt that attempted to climb over the advertising hoarding with the R9 haircut to pitch invade with his phone to get a couple of views on Instagram or whatever he wants to do, or YouTube. And as he's got over the hoarding, he's made 1-2 steps, fallen flat on his fat arse. Phone in hand, stewards picked him up and he'd been escorted away. No views, no nothing. Probably a lifetime ban or a ban of going to football stadiums for the next few years, mate. So get yourself in the gym and shave that silly tuft of hair off your head now, because you didn't even get to get any pictures or videos of it, mate. So
no, I'd seen that video. Very good.
Loser of the week for me.
Nice. My loser of the week, I've gone for your best mate, Frank Lampard. Was it announced? Or I know it's been announced, but all the Soccer Aid stuff has come out, and Frank Lampard, captain, leader, legend, and now gaffer of Soccer Aid. Is it? I assume it's the England side.
Yeah.
But like Tate said, sorry, there wasn't a lot going on, so I thought Frank Lampard, manager of Soccer Aid, he deserves it.
Yeah, Mauricio Pochettino got to go back to Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, Enzo Forest. Is it Enzo? I can't remember.
Maresca.
Yeah, no. 5 years signed today.
Yes. Yeah, wow. I saw that.
I'd like to see some odds on him staying all 5 years. Bloody hell. Right. To end the teaser, can you name every European Championship winner since 2000? Do you want to start from newest to oldest, or oldest to newest?
I think I'm going to work backwards because that's maybe better for me. Italy was the last one.
Yep.
2016.
16.
It's Portugal, wasn't it? Because it was a Portugal-France.
Yep.
Yes. It was Eder. Was it Eder? Yeah, it was a horrible, absolutely horrible game. Then it was, I remember the Spain double.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Do you remember who they beat?
In the final.
Doesn't matter if not, but.
No. The World Cup, they beat Germany, didn't they?
No, they beat.
I don't remember.
They beat Holland in the World Cup final. They beat Germany in one of them, and they beat Italy 4-0.
Ah, okay. Obviously, I think the Germany one was that, but okay. And then So what year are we now?
2004.
That's Greece, because that's the classic. Yep. 2000. Was the French.
Was the French on golden
yes.
goal?
Bring
back golden goal.
Yes, that would be class.
Bring back golden goal. David Trezeguet.
Yes.
Remember if his shirt off? I think it's like a Robert Pires assist down the side. Yeah. Very well done.
Nice.
Very well done. Originally, I wrote the last 10, and I was like, actually, when I went to Google it, I was like, no, that's like another 20 years. Like, I would,
ridiculous.
You would have no idea who won it in the 80s. But no, yeah, everyone in the is it the 21st century?
Yes.
Yeah. No, well done. You smashed that.
Yeah, it's good.
Very well done.
Yeah, working backwards is definitely easier.
Right, that brings a close to episode 99.
99.
Wow.
And if you are a new listener from the weekend, I appreciate it. Again, the boys from Belfast, Tim the German, if you're listening. There's there's a few stickers and whatever stuck around Albufeira and a lot to be desired in the strip, but yeah, so if you're listening, I appreciate it, and get involved in the Instagram, message us, whatever it is. Share it as well. Don't forget, pass a message on if you're a new listener and you're enjoying it. So yeah.
And we got a couple of new comments and reviews on the old Apple podcast over the last month, so that's all good. And so continue to keep listening. We got episode 100 next week, so
yes, it'll be a special one released.
I'm sure we'll line something up for you guys. And moving forward, we actually put a little diary together, didn't we? About obviously we got episode 100 next week that we'll have something special for you guys. And then the next one after that will be the England review of the first game, and then the second one probably about how they finish the group, maybe. And then we've got the quarter-final one, because obviously I'll have been there and get some content going out there. And it'll be a couple of Euros and a few Euro shows, shall I say? So
yeah, it'd be good. Be very good.
All good things. Maybe a bit of transfer talk in there, or anything like that, or stuff like that to go along the way. But again, thank you all for listening. And come on, England, and stay loyal.
Stay loyal.